right, there we go. Hey, hey, hey. Welcome, everybody. We have our beautiful in-studio audience, and we're all here, and you all, or wherever the camera is, are here on your Facebooks and your YouTubes for this year's talent show. As you all know, this is a fundraiser for our youth mission trip. We're going to Imperial, Pennsylvania. Well, I'm not, but they are. And that's why we have our Imperial Penguin right here. I know it's not an Imperial Penguin. It's an Emperor Penguin, as someone corrected me a moment ago. But so that's what we're here for. We're going to have a fun time. We've got a whole slew of talent and skits for you, per usual. We're going to have a little break in the middle somewhere. I'm sure it's on my list to have a little bit of a snack. So the folks at home, get your own snack, enjoy. We're going to have a little intermission. But before we get on with the show, let's start with a prayer. And I would like to invite up Dr. Blair Nelson. Dr. Blair.
Thank you. Can I tell you a joke? My daughter attended my dissertation defense years ago, and when we were walking back to the car, she says, "Daddy's a doctor now, but not the kind that helps anybody." And funny, my students share the same sentiment. It's just, all right. Enough said. Thank you for all being here tonight. We're going to open with a little prayer because this may seem strange because we're going to have a lot of fun entertainment, some silliness, and some strange little oddities along the way in the house of God, which may seem strange, but as our pastor pointed out this morning, traditionally in the church, the Sunday after Easter is a Sunday of laughter. Because there's this sense that the resurrection was a joke played on the devil. So by all means, laugh, have fun, enjoy. Let's pray. Gracious God, you have given us such amazing gifts. Gifts that here we are together as your people, the Sunday after Easter, knowing that we have new life and thinking about all the wonderful things we hold in the future. Thank you for the people here to share this talent. May we have a wonderful time, laugh a lot, be amazed and amused, to be blessed, and may we also raise a few bucks for our youth mission trip. Amen. Amen. Little reminder there, the bottom line. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Blair. All right, so before we get on with the show, we're going to do a little sing-along, and you folks at home, please feel free to join us. We have a couple of folks in the studio audience whose birthdays are today and tomorrow. So, Steve and Julie, this is for you. A 1, a 2, a 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Julie and Steve. Happy birthday to you. Well done, everyone. Well done. Well done. Well, hey, let's keep the music going, all right? We've got an act that's coming up. They've been all over the world. Well, they've been to Cuba, for sure. And their name is the Cuba Cuties. And they've got a song for you all. So I'd like to invite them up to perform this song for you. And again, feel free to sing along.
Let the record show that Blair Nelson, Dr. Nelson, picked out the name. So,
Can I interrupt for just a moment? I forgot
if you
to do
must.
something. In the spirit of intense competitiveness, all these acts will be judged by an esteemed panel of judges that I neglected to introduce. Ladies, if you'd please. Gracie Sarther, Avery Hammer, and Lauren Hammer will be passing judgment on everyone who performs this evening. Now, this is more of an Old Testament. And those of you that are parents know that there ain't no judgment like a middle school girl's judgment. So here.
All right, so we have this beautiful relationship with a church in Cuba, Guanabacoa. And we really missed you, Sue. We love you and we missed you. But you would have been thrilled to miss the fact that they pressed us into singing at their fiesta. And we're like, what are we going to sing? Now, I think of How Great Thou Art, when I think of Cuba, because Bill Curry always sang that song when he went to Cuba. And after we're done singing, we're going to sing We Are One in the Spirit, which is the only hymn I know by heart in terms of the number, which is 300. And you're going to sing with us. And we thought about our relationship, and we came up with Bruno Mars' Count on Me. Now, what you need to really know is if you were dropped from an airplane into Guanabacoa and said you were from Southminster, Glen Ellen, anybody would take you into their home. They would. They would ply you with Cuban coffee and all the bread you want because you're from Southminster. That's how much you mean to them. And they are really grateful to God for you. So we're going to sing. Hope you're grateful for that. I'm moving away back here. Okay. Oh, and you can sing along with the chorus if you pick it up. Or you can sing along with us to hide us. Whatever the Spirit tells you to do to defend yourself. All right, here we are.
Take it away.
If you ever found yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. Help us. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3. I'll be there. And I know that I need it. I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. And that's what friends are supposed to do. Oh yeah. Do 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 do. Yeah, yeah. If you're tossing and you're turning and you can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside you. And if you ever forget how much you really mean to me, every day I will remind you. We'll find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3. I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2. You'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do. Oh yeah. Do 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 do. We're going to sing one verse of They Will Know We Are Christians by Our Love, because this is for our Cubans. Get out your hymnal. Yeah, I know. We are one in the Spirit, we are one in the Lord. We are one in the Spirit, we are one in the Lord. And what's the verdict?
Oh, they haven't heard any other act yet.
A 10. Woo! Yay!
She wasn't
What? Oh,
really paying attention.
I'm devastated. Always looking at the glass.
All right, well, that was wonderful. Let's have another round of applause for the Cuba Cuties. We're gonna keep the music going. We now have a duet coming up, Lynn and Elise, AKA Glenellen Cuties. So, come on down, ladies. And while they're coming to the, what is this area called? I always forget. The chancel. I just, again, want to thank you all for being here. Thank you all for tuning in. And looking forward to hearing them perform. You guys got it? Yeah. And we're going to give them microphones. Okay, go. Very nice, very nice.
You know we like headwear. Coming to you from Shiz University in the land of Oz. Dearest, darlingest Momsy and Popsicle,
My dear Father, there's been some confusion over rooming here at Shiz. But of course I'll care for Nessa. But of course I'll rise above it. For I know that's how you'd want me to respond. Yes. There's been some confusion, for you see, my roommate is unusual and exceedingly peculiar, and altogether impossible to describe. Blonde.
what is this feeling so sudden and new?
I felt the moment I laid eyes on you.
My pulse is rushing,
My head is reeling.
my face is flushing.
What is this feeling, fervid as a flame? Does it have a name? Yes. Loathing, unadulterated loathing.
For your face,
Your voice.
clothing,
Let's just say I love it all. Every little plate, however small, seems to believe it all. For loathing, there's a strange exhilaration in such total detestation. It's so pure, so strong, though I do admit it came on fast. Still, I do believe that it can last, and I will be loathing you my whole life. Loathing, unadulterated loathing. In I thought for your voice. I love it all. Oh, what is this feeling? Every little step I ever small makes my very voice begin to cry. Ah, loathing, under strange exhilaration, in such total detestation. It's so pure, so strong, though I do admit it came on fast. Still, I do believe that it can last, and I will be loathing forever loathing, deeply loathing you. my whole life long. Woo, woo.
Oh, thank you.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. That was wonderful. One more round of applause. Come on. Let's not be stingy with the applause. All right. So what was the final score on that one? Wow, okay. All right. I think we have a leader. But there are no losers, only winners this evening. So the next thing we'd like to do for you all is a skit entitled Tootsie Pop Parables. So I'd like to invite up whoever is participating in that skit to come on up to the chancel. Did you want to sit?
I need to explain this a little bit. Now, you know the Southminster Youth Group is known for years of performing precision, highly polished, professional level comic activity. And I have some property in Florida to sell to you if you buy that. Anyway, but they always pull it off in the end. So this is called Tootsie Pop Parables. This kind of evolved from a youth group event a couple weeks ago in which we were playing a game and all of us haven't had Tootsie Pops in our mouths while we were playing the game. You can imagine how the conversation went. So this is participatory. You get to be involved in this. We're going to read you a parable. Each one's going to read a line in the parable. And you guys get to figure out which parable it is. We'll see how well this goes. Is there one for me, or are we leaving me out?
You can.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is, which mic would work best, guys? Should I use the wireless? This is how prepared we are. I'm going to walk around and hold a mic in front of them. We'll use this. Is there enough cord in this one? I think there is. To hang myself?
Hello? Is this on? Is this thing on? Hello, hello.
Very good. Okay, I'll be the mic man here. Let me see if I can stretch far enough. Oh, it's going to work. So we're going to do this one first, guys. All right. So who wants to be the first line? Do we have are we out?
Do you need one?
I will. The kids want me to be part of this, so I was hoping we'd run out of Tootsie Pops, but Kayla assures me that we're good. Oh well. All right. Who wants to start? So we start with Jake. All right. So remember, your job is to listen very carefully to this carefully articulated biblical reading, and you get to decide which parable this is. If you don't know the actual classic name of the parable, if you give us a hint of what's going on in the parable, you do not win a prize. Here we go. Let's begin, sir.
A farmer went out to sow the seed.
As he was scattering the seed, some fell along the path.
And the birds came and ate it up.
Some...
That's called a pass.
It sprang up quickly because the soil was shallow. But when the sun came, the plants were watered.
I'm not ready. I'm going back to Jake. You know which line we're on? Just make it up then.
And they withered because it had no root.
Are we done? No? Okay.
Other seed fell among thorns, which grew up and choked the plant.
Still, other seed fell on good soil.
Where it produced a crop of 100, 60 or 30 times worth of sown. Whoever has ears, let them hear.
Are we done? I'm paying attention. That was it. All right. Who wants to guess? What parable was that? The parable of the sower. Very well done. Okay, let's go to the next one. I haven't even got my Tootsie Roll unwrapped. My Tootsie Roll unwrapped. Are we ready for this? We all got the right one in here? Okay, hang on. Will you hold this while I get this unwrapped? See, at my old age, I don't even know how to unwrap a Tootsie Roll anymore. There we go.
The kingdom of heaven is like a man who sowed good seed in a field.
But while everyone was sleeping, his enemy came and sowed weeds among the wheat and went away.
When the wheat sprouted and formed heads, then the weeds also appeared.
The owner's servants came to him and said, "Sir, didn't you sow seed in your field? Where did the seeds come from?" "An enemy did this," he replied.
What's up, my friend? You don't want us to go. Well, no.
No, he answered, but you are well pulling my you might uproot the wheat with him.
Let both grow together until the harvest.
At that time, I will tell the harvesters,
First collect the seeds and tie them in bundles to be burned. Then gather the wheat and bring it to my barn.
Try not to drool on the chancel. All right, which one was that? Oh, Pastor, which one was that? Right, or the parable of the weeds, as it is in some. Very well articulated. So that ends the talent portion of the show. No. Are we up for another one? Yeah. Tell you what, we'll do the short one. I don't think we should do the long one because it's too long. Should we go to the last one? Okay. All right. That will. Okay, we'll start with Gracie because this is very short.
Then Jesus asked, "What is the kingdom of God like?"
What shall I compare it to?
It is like a mustard seed which a man took and planted in his garden.
it grew to become a tree, and the birds perched in the branches.
Again he said, "What shall I compare the kingdom of God to?" It is like the yeast that a woman took and mixed into about 60 pounds of flour until it worked all through the dough.
So, which one was this? The mustard seed and the yeast. Very good. Well, I want to point something out. Yes, well done. That they got clearer as they went on. Did you notice that? So this is good articulation practice. If you want to become a polished public speaker, buy yourself a bag of Tootsie Rolls. Thank you very much.
All right, I think I'll use this one right here. All right, one more round of applause for the Tootsie Pop parables. This smells like, literally smells like a Tootsie Pop now, this microphone. So, all right, hang on one second, folks. Okay, a little backstory for y'all before I do this song. So Tom and I we're hitting 50%. And what I mean by that is he did a song or played a song for me, one talent show. It was Maybe I'm Amazed by Paul McCartney and Wings, or maybe just Paul McCartney. And I flubbed it entirely. I didn't realize that I really couldn't sing in that range. And then we did a song, one talent, I think it was a talent show where we did the song from, he's looking at me like, huh, what are you talking about? A song from, Donny Osmond played this guy, Joseph and the Amazing Colored Dreamcoat, right. And that went over really well. Well, this is a song by the incomparable Billy Joel, and it's Vienna. It's one of my favorite Billy Joel songs, so we'll see how this goes. Be kind to me, please. Slow down, you crazy child. You're so ambitious for a juvenile. But then if you're so smart, tell me why are you still so afraid? Ooh. Where's the fire? What's the hurry about? You better cool it off before you burn it out. You got so much to do and only so many hours in a day. Hey, hey. But you know that when the truth is told, that you can get what you want or you can just get old. You're gonna kick off before you even get halfway through. Ooh. When will you realize the end awaits for you? Slow down, you're doing fine. You can't be everything you want to be before your time. Although it's so romantic on the borderline tonight. Tonight. Too bad, but it's the life you lead. You're so ahead of yourself that you forgot what you need. Though you can see when you're wrong, you know you can't always see when you're right. You're right. You got your passion, you got your pride, but don't you know that even fools are satisfied? Dream on, but don't imagine they'll all come true. Ooh, when will you realize the end awaits for you? Slow down, you crazy child. Take the phone off the hook and disappear for a while. It's all right, you can't afford to lose a day or two. Ooh, when will you realize the end awaits for you? You know that when the truth is told, that you can get what you want or you can just get old. You're gonna kick off before you even get halfway through. Ooh, why don't you realize the end awaits for you? When will you realize the end awaits for you? Thank you, Tom. Thank you, everybody. Great song. Thank you again, Tom. All right, so I don't know if we need a mic for this next act, but I'll move it out of the way. I'd like to invite up Elspeth. Oh, wait. Oh, judges, we're not judging that song. Because I'm the MC, I get, what's the word I'm looking for? A pass. I get disqualified automatically. All right, okay, what do I got here? What's the score? I've got $1. I've got $5. I've got $10. 20's my final limit. I got 20. No, really? Wow. I would give it to the youth group as a donation. Maybe even more than $20. I might even be willing to ask Susie for that. So, well, do I get a 10? I get a 5? All right, thank you. Yes. Thank you, ladies. 10.1, I'll take it. Thank you. Oh. All right, so I would like to invite up Elspeth Parks to do baton twirling, but her own fancy style.
I don't know what you've been told, but time is running out, no need to take it slow. I'm stepping to you toe to toe. I should be scared, only maybe so, but I ain't worried about it right now. Keeping dreams alive, 1999 heroes. I ain't worried about it right now. Swimming in the floods, dancing on the
Thank you, ladies. That was wonderful whistling and baton twirling. And hey, Jess, I've got a really dope vest. I'll trade you for that jacket. That's what the kids say these days, right? It's a really dope. No, never mind. Okay. Who is next on the agenda? Oh, that's after the intermission. So we have another skit called The Invisible Bench. I'm wondering what this is going to be all about, so come on up, gang. Quickly now, time is ticking. Come on, Kevin, you're slowing us down, man. All right, let's welcome these guys up. Come on. Woo!
Hey, Kevin, what you doing?
I'm sitting on the invisible bench.
Oh, sounds fun. Can I join you?
Sure.
Hey, what are you guys doing?
We're sitting on the invisible bench.
Can I join you?
For sure. Hey, what are you guys doing? Sitting on the invisible bench. I just moved that over there. Oh, gosh.
That was very funny. My favorite part of that whole skit was the fact that Jake was like up, like he was sitting on books on the invisible books on the invisible bench. And then, Sam, I hope you're okay. You landed right on the XLR cable there, and ouch. Okay, so that was the skit, and now we have one more act before we take a little intermission where there's some snacks. Now I'm blanking out on what we call out there, the narthex. It's been a long weekend, okay, gang? The narthex, so we have some snacks in the narthex. So I would like to invite up Ann Anderson, please. And Wendy Bowden. Let's have a round of applause. Come on, don't be stingy with those applause.
So, David, we're using 2 microphones.
Check.
Check.
Please go to 11. Okay. We're doing The Walrus and the Carpenter by Lewis Carroll. Let us begin. The sun was shining on the sea, shining with all his might. He did his very best to make the billows smooth and bright, and this was odd because it was the middle of the night.
The moon was shining sulkily because she thought the sun had got no business to be there after the day was done. It's very rude of him, she said, to come and spoil the fun.
The sea was wet as wet could be. The sands were dry and as dry. You could not see a cloud because no cloud was in the sky. No birds were flying overhead. There were no birds to fly.
The walrus and the carpenter were walking close at hand. They wept like anything to see such quantities of sand. If this was all cleared away, they said, it would be grand.
If 7 maids with 7 mops swept it for half a year, do you suppose, the walrus said, that they could get it clear? I doubt it, said the carpenter, and shed a bitter tear.
Oh, oysters, come and walk with us, the walrus did beseech. A pleasant walk, a pleasant talk along the briny breach. We cannot do with more than 4 to give a hand to each.
The eldest oyster looked at him, but never a word he said. The eldest oyster winked his eye and shook his heavy head, meaning to say he did not choose to leave the oyster bed.
But 4 young oysters hurried up, all eager for the treat. Their coats were brushed, their faces washed, their shoes were clean and neat. And this was odd, because they hadn't any feet.
4 other oysters followed them, and yet another 4, and thick and fast they came at last, and more and more and more, all hopping through the frothy waves and scrambling to the shore.
The walrus and the carpenter walked on a mile or so, And then they rested on a rock, conveniently low. And all the little oysters stood and waited in a row.
The time has come, the walrus said, to talk of many things, of shoes and ships and sealing wax, of cabbages and kings, and why the sea is boiling hot, and whether pigs have wings.
But wait a bit, the oysters cried, before we have our chat, for some of us are out of breath, and all of us are fat. No hurry, said the carpenter. They thanked him much for that.
A loaf of bread, the walrus said, is what we chiefly need. Pepper and vinegar besides are very good indeed. And now if you're ready, oysters dear, we can begin to feed.
But not on us, the oysters cried, turning a little blue. After such kindness, that would be a dismal thing to do. Ah, the night is fine, the walrus said. Do you admire the view?
It was so kind of you to come, and you are very nice. The carpenter said nothing but, cut us another slice. I wish you were not quite so deaf. I've had to ask you twice.
It seems a shame, the walrus said, to play them such a trick. After we brought them out so far and made them trot so quick. The carpenter said nothing but, the butter's still too thick.
I weep for you, the walrus said. I deeply sympathize. With sobs and tears, he sorted out those of the largest size, holding his streaming handkerchief before holding his pocket handkerchief before his streaming eyes.
Oh, oysters, said the carpenter, you've had a pleasant run. Shall we be trotting home again? But the answer came there none. And this was scarcely odd, because they'd eaten every one.
Thank you. Very good, very good. And one more, just to finish up a quick one, and this is in honor of Earth Month. This is called Trees by Joyce Kilmer. I think that I shall never see a poem as lovely as a tree whose hungry mouth is pressed against the earth's sweet flowing breast, a tree that looks at God all day and lifts her leafy arms to pray, a tree that may in summer wear a nest of robins in her hair, upon whose bosom snow has lain, who intimately lives with rain. Poems are made by fools like me, but only God can make a tree. Thank you.
And what was the score for that wonderful poetry reading? Wow, nice. I think we have a new leader, and I'm still upset about my scores, all right? And the word I was looking for, by the way, was exempt. I'm exempt from judgment, I think is what I was trying to say. Okay, so we are going to take a brief intermission. Dr. Blair, do you want to explain how this is all going to work?
Guessing which microphone is on. It's very simple. You go out there, take food, put it in your mouth, chew, sip without drooling like we did with the Tootsie Pops. Okay, that's the instructions. The other instructions are, we kind of have two youth groups right now. Our lovely middle school girls who are doing a spectacular job of... They are supporting our older crew because Mission Trip is for high schoolers and up. And actually we have high schoolers, college age, and a few geriatrics going. But the people out there serving are all on our mission team. And what I would encourage you as you're having your snack and a few refreshments for a few minutes is ask them about what trips are like. All the people there have been on at least one trip. Some of them have been on many, many. If you haven't been on a mission trip, this is your chance to get the inside dope on what this is and understand that the Youth Mission Trip is a ministry for our youth, but it's an extension of Southminster's mission of service that I know everybody in this room has been involved in. So God bless, enjoy intermission, and we'll let you know when to come back.
And how long is it going to be? 10 minutes? All right, so 10 minutes, please. And for the people back home, grab a snack, beverage, whatever, and be back in 10. Thank you. Thank you all for returning so promptly. Really appreciate it. Thank you all who have joined us online for rejoining us after you had a snack. So after everyone filters back in. Yes, let's hear it for the snacks. Absolutely. All right, so I'd like to turn things over to Blair for a moment.
Just for a moment, I have a scientific observation to make. One of my college classes, we just had a lecture on B.F. Skinner. Anybody remember B.F. Skinner?
Skinner box.
Okay, yeah. I want to notice that when you're all in Northex enjoying your snacks, I turned the lights off and then on and then off, then and on. I never had to say a thing, and then you all came in here. You got it? Just saying.
I remember hearing a story, I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that B.F. Skinner actually put his child in the box, right? Is that true? That's crazy. Anyway, now that you've all got some nightmare fuel for this evening, I'd like to have us get going again, and I'd like to have Gracie Sarther come up. She's going to do, or she's already, wait, there she is. Come on up, Gracie. She's going to do a dance for us. Now, do you want to be down there or up here? Down here. All right, cool. Let's get some scores. Of course, she gives herself a 10. Yeah. Why did I not think of that? Like bring on my own 100,000 for Sean. Let's have another round of applause for Gracie. I literally had to move seats because she came at me with her legs coming like this. I'm like, I'm gonna get kicked in the face. So, but that was fantastic. All right, we now have a skit from the mission team, I guess, technically. So they're getting things set up and they'll do their skit. So let's hear it for the skit.
Good afternoon. Please tell me who you are so I can check our passenger list. I am the President of the United States. Thank you. Welcome, Madam President. Good afternoon. Please tell me who you are so I can check our passenger list.
I am the smartest man in the world. I've just been awarded this wonderful Smart Cookie Award. I am heading to my office to think about important things.
Oh, how impressive. Good afternoon. Please tell me who you are so I can check our passenger list.
I'm a camper on my way to work camp.
This is your pilot. We are cleared for takeoff. Please buckle your seatbelts and enjoy your ride. I am so sorry to report that we have a major malfunction. The plane is losing altitude and we will crash in just a few minutes. We will need a parachute to safety. Please follow me. Okay, so I have more bad news. We only have 3 parachutes left. I'm the president. My country needs me.
I'm the smartest man alive. I have to go do important things.
Well, there's only 1 chute left. You take it. I guess the pilot will be
smartest man in the world just jumped out with my tool bag.
I can't wait to see the scores for this one. Okay. Give it to us. Yeah. Oh, all right. 10.5 is not bad. All right. So this next act is all the way from Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And if it's queued up,
trash, you tossed it in the trash, you did.
we're jumping into the next. See, we should have just gone right into the next one, actually, but we won't. So that was Noah Salins, our very own Noah Salins, Marquette Pep Band, and Marquette University. Marquette University. It's Marquette. It's Marquette, where I went to school as well. Is that what you're looking for? Yes, I went to Marquette. Pardon me? It is not a community college. It's a Catholic college, Jesuit Catholic college, but yes, so that was Noah, and we'll have more of Noah, as you saw a little snippet there in a moment. All right, we have another skit for you, and it's entitled, I should have been giving the title of these skits. So the last one is The Smartest Man in the World. This one is The Bus Stop, which was also a very popular dance back in the day, correct? You guys remember the bus stop? I can't do the bus stop, but I'm sure someone in this room has done that dance. Come on, raise your hand if you've ever done the bus stop. Yep, there we go. Chris Kosich in the back. Let's hear it for Chris Kosich. Woo! All right, the skit.
Hi, how you doing? What brings you to the bus stop?
I'm just waiting for the bus.
Where you going?
Home?
Where's home?
I'm just gonna listen to my music.
Okay, sounds good.
Evening.
Evening.
You know, my mom almost told me life is like a box of chocolates.
Okay. That's cool.
Okay. What's for dinner?
I'm not sure.
Where you headed?
Home.
Where's home?
I'm just gonna go back to listening to my music.
What song?
I haven't turned.
Can you turn it up?
No, I'm just gonna leave it where it is.
All right.
Sorry.
I'll see you at dinner.
Hey, did I see you on TV somewhere?
I don't think so.
I could have sworn I saw you on the TV show or something. What were you saying? Here, can I get a picture with you? Here, hold on. Here. You're like a very big celebrity. Here, look.
Would anyone else like to try? How weird can you be at a bus stop? It's a participation activity. Come on. No, but oh, come on.
Need some microphones turned on, I think. And maybe even moved around, I don't know. Oh, Rhodey. It wasn't me, man. All right, cool. I think we're good. This is a sing-along song. Can you all hear me okay? Can you hear the guitar? There we go. Amplification is fun. All right. You guys know the song. Is this on? Is this on? Hello, hello. Get a little more heat in the mic there. A little reverb. Almost heaven, West Virginia. Sing with me, come on. Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a green country road. Take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, mountain mama. Take me home, country road. All my memories gather round her, miner's lady, straight into the water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eyes, country road to the place I belong, West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country road. I hear her voice in the morning hour. She calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Country road, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country road. One more time, country road, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country road, take me home, down country road, take me home, down country road. Good singing, y'all. Now you better give us high scores, because this was a group event right here, okay? I want to see some high scores. That'll work. That'll work. I'll take it. Excellent. Thank you, everybody. All right, so before do you want to do the joke thing now, or do you want to do the Noah thing now?
I think the Noah thing's a good closer.
I think we have to end with a bang.
Let's end with a bang, all right? Let's bring Noah up on the screen, shall we?
That's the opposite of what I do. That's the opposite of a bang. Do the jokes first. You have to finish with the.
Oh, I thought we were finishing with Noah and not doing the jokes.
That would be good.
Wow. Tough crowd. So we're not going to do the jokes. That's good. Yeah, don't do the jokes. For heaven's sake, please don't do the jokes. We had a lot of jokes this morning. So are we doing jokes, and then are we doing Noah's little song, or are we doing Noah's song and calling it a day? What do you want, crowd? What do you want, crowd? Well, okay, I guess we're doing jokes. Anyone have any jokes? I have a joke. I have a joke. Wait. Go ahead. What's your joke? What do you call a man with no body and no nose? Nobody knows. Well played, well played. Mine is, how do you make a tissue dance? That's right. You put a little boogie in it. That's right. Okay. Any other jokes? Oh, we have a riddle. Okay. Come on up.
The red house is made of bricks. The orange house is made of carpet. What is the green house made of? Yeah. I have another one. In a one-story house, everything is purple. The rug is purple, the couch is purple, the TV is purple, the cereal is purple. What color are the stairs? Okay.
All right, we got another one. Come on up. Riddles, jokes. Oh, we got fancy now with the handheld mic.
What bean doesn't go in a beanstalk? Again? What bean doesn't go in a beanstalk?
We got a smart group here. All right. Anyone else? Jokes?
Okay, why didn't the skeleton go to the dance? He had no body to dance with.
You're locked in a room with only a table and a mirror. How do you get out?
The window. Oh, Steve?
You look in the mirror, see what you saw, take out the saw, cut the table in half, 2 halves make a hole, you crawl out the hole, and you ride up. Something to do with the horse. You finish it for me.
You were right.
Anybody else? I thought you would have something to say.
So, as you recall in the sermon, I talked about the woman asking me for gardening advice. And you know what Tom Fry said to me? You should have said Miracle Grow. And if Blair ever tells you a joke, do not laugh. This is what you're supposed to say. That's so funny. Thank you.
Okay, so thinking back to this morning and when you're talking about being with all those pastors, and you're like, what is a group of pastors? In the background, Tom Fry goes, a gaggle. I think I was the only one who heard him. It's hysterical. Anyway, any other jokes, riddles, smart remarks? Nope? Anyone?
Dad jokes, bad jokes, what's the difference? Why did the golfer change his pants? Why did the golfer have to change his pants? Oh, that's good. What do you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire? Gosh, you guys are so good. What does a zombie vegetarian eat? Grains.
Okay, which burns longer, a red candle or a blue candle? Anyone? The answer is they both burn shorter.
Ah. Okay, all right. I got one. Who's bigger, Mrs. Bigger or Mrs. Bigger's baby? And why is that? Because it's a little bigger. The baby, because it's a little bigger. Isn't that cute? That's so cute. All right, any other jokes, riddles? We got one, Sam, over here. Oh, wait, Elspeth, go ahead, Elspeth.
So it's winter time, and you walk into a cabin, and there's a man dead on the floor with a puddle of water underneath him. How did he die? Yeah.
All right. Tonight just got a little darker. Okay.
Does anyone need an ark? Because I know a guy.
Anyone else? Y'all know what a shaggy dog story is? It's a story, it's a joke where it takes a long time to get to the punchline and it's not worth the wait. Okay, so I got one for you. And Wendy will groan, but she's heard this so many times. And I think some of you have as well, but I'm just doing this to see if you've been listening. So, aspiring actor in Los Angeles doing the usual thing, waiting tables. It's the only joke I can ever remember. So waiting tables, waiting for the big break. Agent calls him one day, says, I got good news and bad news. Well, what's the good news? The good news is I've got you a part in a Broadway play. Fantastic, my big break. What's the bad news? It starts tonight. What? I can't learn a whole role tonight. Agent says, it's fine. You only have one line, and it's the opening line. That's it. Get to my office right now. I've got the script. I've got a plane ticket. So the guy zooms to the office, gets the script, the plane ticket. On the cab ride to LAX, he's reading the script, and the line is, hark, I hear the cannon roar. So all the way to the airport, he's driving the cabbie mad, going, hark, I hear the cannon roar. No, hark, I hear it. No, hark, and he's working on the line. All the way, 4.5 hours from LAX to Kennedy, the people in the plane want to kill him. It's hark, I hear, no, hark, I hear. And he finally gets off the plane, another cab ride, hark, I hear the cannon roar. No, no, hark, it gets to the theater, gets to the director says, give me the line. Hark, I hear the cannon roar. Great, go to makeup. During makeup, again, repeat. So there he is, standing behind the curtain. His first big break. Broadway play. The curtain opens. The spotlight opens. He steps up to say a line. Behind him is a big ba-boom, and he says, what the heck was that? Anyone want to top that? So funny. All right. Are we done with this section, I suppose? Oh, here we go. No, okay.
Yeah.
Come on, Kayla. You got something. We know you do. All right. Thank you all for participating this evening.
That was great, yeah. All right. Give yourselves a round of applause. Okay. Now, to go along with Blair's story, we're going to end with a bang. Let's run that beautiful bean footage.
Trash, you tossed it in the trash, you did. To give me all your love is all I ever ask. Cause what you don't understand is I'd catch a grenade for ya. I'd throw my head on a blade for ya. I'd jump in front of a train for ya. You know I'd do anything for ya.
Yeah. So, quick side note to that, and I wasn't in the car at the time, but when Noah was a little guy, what, Susie, 4 years old? Yeah, he was in the back seat. Yeah, you want? Yeah, Susie, come on. No? Well, you were there. You witnessed this. Come on. Everyone, let's encourage her. Susie Salins, come on down.
We were coming home from school, kindergarten, and I was driving, not really paying attention to the kid in the back. He was always chatting. And he said, Mommy, he must have really loved her. And I didn't know who he was talking about. And I said, who are you talking about? What do you mean? And he said, well, he would take a grenade for her. He's always loved that song. Always.
So, thank you, Susie, for sharing that story. Okay. So I guess let me invite Blair up to kind of wrap us up for this evening and remind us all why we're here this evening. Thank you all for being here. Thank you those of you at home on the Facebooks and or the YouTubes. But let me turn it over to Blair.
I'm trying to think of something new to say after all these years we've been doing Mission Trip, and I can't think of anything new, so I'm going to tell you the same old thing. This year we're going to Imperial, Pennsylvania. That is new. We're leaving July 17th. Of our team, we have 2 Falkmans here, we have 3 Schmidts, we have a Johnson. We're hoping for another one who's not quite sure at this point, so it's the smallest team. We're going to spend the week doing home repair for folks in need in the area. The usual deal. But the usual deal is really cool. 2 things I've told you before, and I'll tell you again. On a number of the trips I've been, often the resident, they're often adults living alone, maybe they're disabled or elderly. They don't have a lot of interaction with young people, with teenagers. And this camp is mostly high schoolers, some college age, and a few old folks. And a number of times when we're getting ready to leave, the resident comes out and kind of tugs me on the shoulder and says, I didn't know American kids could do this. I thought the young ones were just all lazy and having fun. And this reaffirms my faith in the coming generation. That's happened multiple times to me on these trips. And then for the kids themselves, this is my old line. It's so cool, I have to say it again. We take them a week of the summer, of their summer time off. They sleep on the floor of a classroom in a public school. They eat cafeteria food for a week. They get woken at like 6:45 in the morning. We keep them running just about all day long till like 9:30 at night, 10 o'clock at night. They spend most of the day in the hot sun fixing some stranger's house. And then on Saturday morning, we're exhausted. We pack in the van, we head home, and the first thing they ask me is, where are we going next year? That's what our kids do. It's not a program apart from Southminster. It's a part of Southminster. It's an extension of what all of you have always been doing for the lifetime of this church. And this program helps pass that vision on to our kids. It's an easy sale for me. They just do it because they get it, because they grew up in Southminster. So thank you always for your support. There's our little bucket up there for donations out in the narthex if you didn't see it. Aside from helping us financially, which you've always faithfully done, please pray for us. Every year is different. The challenges are different. The residents are different. The other youth groups from across the country we meet are different. So pray that we have a wonderful week, that we represent Southminster well, that we serve God well, that we bless the people that we serve, and that we come home safely. And is there anything else you guys want to add? They're all veterans. Jake is the newest, and he's got 1 year under his belt, so he's got it all under control. So I'm looking forward to a great week with these guys. And thank you. And thank you, of course, to Sean in the red vest, who's been doing this since before I got here. So you can close this off, Sean.
All right, so we will call tonight a wrap. And I want to thank Blair for all that he does. This man has, and this is me being very sincere here, this man has been so faithful to our kids. When we were just a few kids, he's always there. He's always looking to get them together and to just take them on that faith journey, or help them take them on that faith journey. So thank you, Blair. And one last comment, I was a little worried when he was talking about how difficult it was, and they'd sleep on floors, and they'd eat cafeteria food, and I'm looking at the girls over here going, they're never going to want to go on this thing. But then he wrapped it up, and it's awesome. You'll have a great time. So, all right, thank you, everybody. Good night, and drive home safely.